Hi, we're here with Mikaela Mayer, a professional female, here supporting Shakur Stevenson. You guys share the same training.
Sorry.
Coming up from the Olympics and the amateurs, how big is it to have the support group that you come up from the amateurs and now you're supporting each other in the pros?
Yeah, no, that's really cool. We were just in Reno not too long ago. I think it's a little different for people like Shakur who always know that once the Olympics are over they're going to turn pro. That really wasn't the case with me. I wasn't sure what I was going to do because there wasn't really a market for women's boxing yet, but sat down with Top Rank and they kind of saw the vision that I had, and it's been great.
All right. How's your journey in the pros been so far?
Awesome. I turned pro in August, so I've had 3 fights so far, 3-0. I'm going into my 4th fight March 10th in Carson, so it's the Valdez Quick undercard.
At the Home Depot Center in Carson, California?
I think it's the StubHub.
I'm sorry. StubHub Arena.
So the outdoor arena, which is cool.
Yeah. So for people that don't know your background, tell them a little bit about where you came from and what got you to this point.
Yeah, I picked up boxing a little bit late, a little bit of a rebellious teenager, so I walked into the gym when I was 17 years old. A couple years later, developed an Olympic dream because they just announced that they were going to let women into the Olympics for the first time. So I went out for 2012, lost in the finals of the Olympic trials in 2012, so I knew I hadn't been doing it that long and I had a lot more to learn, and I just trained for another 4 years, ended up making the team in 2016, competed in Rio, and now here I am turning pro. I thought I was going to go for another Olympics, but life
having Clarissa Shields be a two-time Olympic gold medalist and the publicity she's getting in the pros, how much has that helped women's boxing and maybe a vision of having some success as a women fighter?
Totally. I mean, after the Olympics, there was a wave of women that were turning pro, and Clarissa Shields and Katie Taylor were the 2 big names that I can think of. And when I saw that and a few others, I was like, okay, maybe this is the time for women's pro boxing, because a few years ago, asked me, I wasn't going to tell you I was going to turn pro, like I said. It wasn't there. But with these girls, it's the first time in history that these girls are able to come into the pros with, Clarissa Shields, a 2-time Olympic gold medalist, world champions, multiple-time national champions. And I think that's what women's boxing really needed.
Yeah. What do you see? What's the vision for yourself? This is opening up other doors in other arenas for you. How much do you see yourself going through boxing, and what are your goals in boxing and beyond?
Well, right now my boxing career is number one. It's my number 1 priority right now. I want to fight often. I want to work my way up into those 10-rounders and hopefully get a title fight towards the end of the year. This will be my first 6-rounder, so I have a few more to go, but I'm looking to capture the 130-pound belt first.
All right, awesome. Anything you'd like to say to your fans out there?
Yeah, so all the people that are just learning about women's boxing, I'm really proud of all the girls that have turned pro lately, and I think we're all going to show everyone that we have the skills and we have the ability to be on big fight cards and be a draw. Yeah,
and one quick thing that just came to mind, I was in high school when the WNBA started, and it was interesting seeing last year's number 1 draft pick in the WNBA say that it was her dream since she was a little girl, and so now to have women have that dream, and then now with the publicity and the attention from women's boxing being an Olympic sport, how big is it for you to be one of the pioneers of these? Take somebody that had a full amateur career and is now in the pros. What do you do to women in society overall?
Yeah, so I didn't have a guideline to follow coming up. I didn't really have anyone to look up to in the pros. It was non-existent. So I hope that by the time these girls come out of the 2020 Olympics or 2024 Olympics, they have promoters looking to sign them just like the men usually do, and that the pay gap can be a lot smaller than what it is now because it's still very big, and that they can actually have a lucrative career in the sport. So that's a big goal of mine as well.
All right, thank you for your time and good luck to you.